Hello, I'm Gary Wilson, women's cross country coach here at the University of Minnesota. In my 26th year of coaching here, and next to me is my trusty assistant, Sarah Hesser, who's ran here at Minnesota for 4 years and is in her 6th year as a volunteer. She's my associate head coach and does a great job for us.
Thanks for coming and visiting Gopher Cross Country Sport Guide online at www.gophersports.com. This is going to be your new source for everything having to do with Golden Gopher Cross Country. We hope you come back often and check in on our team. Whether you're a parent, a fan, or a recruit, we hope this is your #1 stop to learn about women's cross country here at the University of Minnesota.
We're very excited about our program. As many people know, we've had a lot of success over the last few years. We've been to nationals many times, but the last 5 years we've been in the top 12 in the nation every single year, which is we're the only one of 2 schools that have ever done that, and so that's very exciting. Obviously, it shows consistency, and it all starts with our regional championship. We've won the last 3 regional titles. We've won 2 of the last 3 Big Ten titles. And needless to say, we've got a big team, but the team is made up of not just stars, but kids that have worked up through the ranks and done a great job in terms of being walk-ons or being small scholarship athletes that have come in, worked hard. And the reason for our success is that we don't necessarily have ready-made All-Americans. These are kids that are Minnesota Upper Midwest kids that really have done an awesome job. So we're very pleased, obviously, about that. And a lot of the success we've had is because of Sarah and because of the group of young women that we've got.
Here at Minnesota, we're also very proud of how our athletes do in the classroom. Year in and year out, our Gopher women's cross country team has the highest team GPA in the athletic department. This past year, we were well over a 3.5 team GPA. We had 2 academic All-Americans on our roster. We also had 14 academic All-Big Ten selections, and it's something that we pride ourselves on as being very important. We always say that school comes first, you're a runner here second, and what you do in the classroom is more important than anything you're going to do on the track or on the cross-country course. We also are really proud of our community service with our team. The student athletes here participate in community service all over the metro area. They do work in schools and hospitals in the community, and they do an excellent job. And we've won the Team Community Service Award 3 out of the last 4 years with our track team, with hundreds and hundreds of hours of community service opportunities.
Well, obviously, because of our success over the last few years, that was built on lots of young women that started as freshmen, sophomores, and grew and really worked together. We ended up with quite a number of All-Americans, not just in cross country, but also in track. And so much of that, is geared towards, the kids developing, the kids getting into the situation where they've come as walk-ons, as I said. But the biggest thing is that we want to graduate people, and unfortunately we graduated 6 out of our top 8, which was good for them, but of course that meant Sarah and I've got to rebuild, and they've got to hopefully reload. We've got 22 freshmen, or redshirt freshmen, and another 15 or so sophomores. So out of 50 kids on the team, we've got almost 40 kids that are either freshmen or sophomores. So it bodes well for the future, and we're very excited about this group. Great young women, work hard. They've done just an awesome job of coming in. Our goal this year is to have them be in a situation where they're not trying to fill the shoes immediately and think they're supposed to be out here being All-Americans when they're freshmen, when really it takes a year or 2 to really develop and to grow. So we're very excited though, and I know Hess and I have talked about this many times about just how exciting it is for us to see this next group grow just like the last group grew.
One of the things we pride ourselves here at Minnesota is making every teammate count. And with our big roster that we have, I think a lot of people think that, well, your top 7 are really important, then everybody else just comes to practice and runs around and is just there. And that's really not the case here at Minnesota. We try to make sure that every single person on this team both has their role on the team as well as gets to compete. We travel every single weekend. Every kid on our team races the same number of times, whether they're an All-American or whether they're our last runner on the team. So you're always going to get a chance to race and compete. And that's how we figure out all these kids that get better over the years, because they're able to compete, they're able to work out with a big group, they're able to model themselves after the All-Americans we have in the top group, and then everybody just takes their place as they go. So as we always say, our number 50 pushes our 40 49, who pushes our 48, who pushes our 47. If we only had 12 people on this team, they would know they get to travel, and it would allow them to become complacent. And every single person on this team pushes that top group to be better. And that's why we've had the success we've had, and that's why we've had so many people come up as walk-ons and leave as All-Americans. So it's really exciting for us to see the family that we build here and what they do every day, and the people that develop. And we think it's really, really important to have the dynamic that we have, because it makes it fun, it makes it enjoyable. It's not a job, it's not a business, it's a family that we have here, and everybody here wants to be a part of the Gopher cross country family, including us. So it makes it fun to come to work every day. I think it's fun to come to practice every day, and we really look forward to keeping that tradition going for years to come.
One of the things that we talk about here at Minnesota is the fact that tradition never graduates. I saw that on the back of a shirt once, and I thought that was very appropriate for our program. And what's really neat is the women come in here and they know their role early on, but then they also understand that they're going to move into a new role. For example, Nikki Swenson, who was kind of a young person under the Heather Dornadens and the Gabe Andersons and those kinds of kids. She came in and just kind of played her role. Now that she's a senior, she's a captain, she's a leader, she's the one that kind of takes those young kids under her wing and takes them on to the next level. And that's kind of the thing that we try to instill here, is that we're coaches for sure, and we want to help these kids develop, but so much of it is done by the upper class kids that help the younger women, and that makes a huge amount of difference. And one of the things that we've tried to really stress philosophically is not only the family atmosphere and the academics, but also we have a 4-H club here. And the 4-H club is it's not the 4-H club like when you go to the state fair and have cows and stuff. It's the 4-H club is, if we can keep a young person healthy and happy and humble and hungry to compete for 4 years, and they have a good experience, then the sky's the limit of what they can do. Steph Price is a good example this year. She started as a freshman 2 years ago, did a really nice job. Last year she made our national team, and now she's run 2040 already this season for in the GRIAC Invitational, one of the best times ever run here as a Gopher. So that's how you develop people, and that's what we do. We give kids a chance. And not that everybody competes every single weekend. They don't. But the coaches travel every single weekend, but our kids will go every other weekend, or they'll go 2 weekends on and 1 weekend off. But we always mix and match and really do everything we can to have people get an opportunity to compete, because nobody comes to college and says, oh, I'm going to go out for the team and I'm just going to run around and practice all the time, because that's not fun. The meets are fun, and we take a lot of pride in that, and our kids have a great time doing it. And of course, selfishly, we have a great time as coaches seeing those kids develop and grow from 18-year-old high school girls, so to speak, into 20, 22, 23, 24-year-old women. And we're very, very proud of that, and we hope that anybody that's interested in the U understands that philosophy, and this is what we're about.
Thanks so much for coming to our new cross-country sport page here at Gopher Sports. We hope you learned a little bit more about our program today, and we hope you look around the site a little bit more to meet our athletes and learn a little bit more about our program and our philosophy. Go Gophers!
The whole wide world.
In 2009.
I love being a Gopher!